JBNN keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones. Before we get into the news, please remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and to share the news with someone today. Now onto the news. Woman slain in double murder 2 months after son killed. A mother reportedly witnessed her son's murder along Barbican Road in St. Andrews some 2 months ago was the target of a deadly attack that claimed her life along with a man at the same location on Thursday. Ashley McCurry, who reportedly knew she was marked for death, was one of 3 people who were shot around 1 p.m. yesterday by men traveling on a motorcycle. Investigators theorized that yesterday's double murder and the shooting was an act of reprisal at play because of another murder that occurred in the St. Andrews South Police Division at a school last month. 36-year-old Deshaun Newry, a taxi operator of a Barbican Road address, was killed on November 15 when he dropped off a child at the entrance of Rousseau Primary School on Ricketts Avenue. She was very vocal about her son's killing. He thought that the killers and then the murder at the school took place. The deceased in that incident has ties to the community, and so she knows she was under the microscope. She was reluctant to leave the space, saying it was her community and she won't leave and always hang out there. A senior investigator with knowledge of the probe said McCurry's son is reportedly to be buried on Sunday. A man listed this week in the Jamaica Constabulary Force's Wanted Wednesdays campaign is being sought for the murder of her son. He is Demar Greenham, otherwise called Bully Beef, who is said to frequent Barbican Road. The man killed in yesterday's fatal shooting has been identified as Treasurer Rockwell of a Kintyre Papine address, who was said to be a customer. The area where the double murder occurred is known as Andrews Pen. That community has been impacted by gang violence for years, and a makeshift police post was set up at the entrance. I did 3 years there on static duty there. That blue shop, we had to be there 24/7. It was our unofficial post. Hurricane, sun, earthquake, anything at all. We had to be in it to quell gang violence, a policeman said. It is understood that enhanced security measures are expected to be deployed to the area to curtail any further fallout. American man charged over guns and ammo found in luggage at airport. The police have now charged the American man, who was caught with 200 rounds of ammunition, 6 guns, and other firearm-related items in his luggage at the Sangster International Airport in Montego Bay, St. James. Sean Duncan, 42, a commercial driver from Davenport, Florida, has been charged with trafficking prohibited weapons, possession of prohibited weapons, dealing in prohibited weapons, and stockpiling prohibited weapons. His court date is yet to be finalized. According to the police, about 4 p.m. on Friday, November 29, Duncan arrived in Jamaica at the airport, collected his luggage, and took it to the scanning machine where it was examined. Members of the Jamaica Customs Agency enforcement team were informed, and a search was conducted in Duncan's presence. During the search, authorities reportedly found 6 guns, 200.357 Magnum bullets, 2 Glock automatic switches, and 9 pistol magazines. Duncan was arrested. He was subsequently charged after a question and answer interview, which was conducted in the presence of his attorney. Curvy Diva slapped with simple honesty and malicious destruction of property charges. Media personality Yannick Barrett, more popularly known as the Curvy Diva, has been charged with simple larceny, housebreaking, and malicious destruction of property in relation to an incident on Dunrobin Avenue in July 2023. Reports are that at about 7:28 p.m., a business owner had securely locked his establishment before leaving the premises. Shortly after, 39-year-old Barrett, who previously had a business relationship with the owner, was allegedly observed on the property accompanied by a locksmith. Upon being alerted, the owner returned to find the lock severed, furniture and other items missing, and the damage done to the building, the police said. Barrett was formally charged on Thursday, December 5. She is scheduled to appear in the Kingston and the St. Andrew Parish Court on Thursday, December 12. 2 guns seized in separate incidents, man arrested. The police in St. James on Thursday seized a loaded gun and arrested a man. Reports from the Montego Bay police are that, at about 12:35 p.m., cops were conducting a raid in Barrettown when a vehicle was stopped and searched. According to the police, during the search, a 9mm pistol with a magazine containing 10 9mm cartridges was found. The investigation is ongoing. Meanwhile, the police in St. Catherine are searching for a man who fled the scene, leaving a loaded M16 rifle behind in Rivoli, Spanish Town. It was reported that, at about 8:30 p.m. on Thursday, a police team was on patrol in the community when the man was seen carrying a bag. He was accosted by the team. The man then dropped the bag and managed to elude the police. The bag was retrieved and searched, and an American tactical M16 rifle fixed with a magazine containing 10 rounds of 5.56mm cartridges was found. 2 charging $120 million drug bust in St. Anne. The narcotics police have charged the 2 men, including a Bahamian national, who were held in a multi-million-dollar drug bust in St. Ann last week. Those charged are 56-year-old Andrew Alderley, a fisherman of Clarence Town, Long Island in the Bahamas, and a 27-year-old Ronnie Scott, a resident of St. Ann. The men were charged Wednesday with possession of cocaine and ganja, conspiracy to export cocaine and ganja, attempting to export cocaine, and illegal entry. The cops say the two were held in possession of a large quantity of cocaine and ganja, valued at more than $120 million, along the Prairie Main Road on November 30. The police seized 56 pounds of cocaine and more than 3,000 pounds of ganja. It's reported that a police patrol team observed a tractor pulling a truck which was stuck along the roadway. The driver of the tractor reportedly fled on seeing the police, and this arose their suspicion. Alderley and Scott, who were in the truck, were then detained. During a search of the vehicle, the cocaine and ganja were discovered. Police pursuing 233 people identified as key violence producers. The police high command says it has identified 233 individuals as key violence producers and has engaged a targeted approach to apprehend them and dismantle the networks fueling the country's staggering murder rate. Deputy Commissioner of Police Warren Clark says those prolific offenders should be pursued by specialized operations. He says additional targets fall under the purview of area-specific fugitive apprehension teams and the local operational support teams. DCP Clark says this multi-tiered approach is designed to maximize operational efficiency and address the core drivers of violent crime across the country.
So if we do that job properly, you'll find that we would, in the most efficient way, reduce the problem of violence in our country. Right? So reducing the problem of violence will make us stronger economically, because crime diverts foreign exchange from Jamaica. All those foreign investment opportunities and business people, they stay away because of the violence problem too. And that is the reason why we are duty bound to do something about it. At some point, we need to make sure we want to start. We tried it this year to have a sub 1,000 year, and it was a good rehearsal. We started late, about in April, May, and we spent 8 to 9 months rehearsing how we're going to do a sub 1,000 year next year.
He was speaking at the annual Specialized Operations Branch Conference. Golding lobbies for better inclusion of craft vendors in tourism sector. Opposition leader Mark Golding says craft vendors should be given an opportunity to contribute to policy decisions in the tourism industry. Among other complaints, craft vendors say they're being shut out of the tourism sector. Golding, who toured the 6 craft markets in Otrias, sent on Wednesday, pointed out that in 2017, the Jamaica Labour Party administration discontinued the previously established craft policy and council. He said the absence of the policy has contributed to mounting frustration among craft vendors.
Infrastructure issues, the physical plant, the conditions in which people have to sell are not conducive to a thriving market. There's not wheelchair access, all sorts of problems of that nature. The transfer of businesses from generation to generation of families that you'd have to call craft families that have established themselves in the craft industry. And that should be facilitated, not made difficult.
In the meantime, Donovan Richards, a board member of the Otrias Craft Vendors Association, said the vendors feel as if their concerns are being ignored.
We need help, and we need to start somewhere because nobody's hearing our voice. You understand? Whenever we speak, it seems like we're in a country just by ourselves. And we as craft traders, definitely, we're entrepreneurs for this country. Whenever we get the tourist dollars, our dollars go to the length and breadth of this country. We have our bills, we have children, we have families to take care of. You understand? And we can't go on like this. This is like next to nothing. And it wasn't like that. There's so many tourists coming here. The pie can share.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness recently announced that the government will waive rental fees for vendors of the craft markets in light of the reduction in calls by cruise vessels since a section of the Otrias Pier was damaged in February. The Port Authority of Jamaica says it is working toward a June 25 deadline for completion of repairs to the pier. JBNN will keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.